saw a lot of pension stuff. I saw a lot of things that actually overlap where I thought I was walking into a leftist movement. Do you see this as a left-wing movement? Or do you see this more as a populist nation movement? Well, I think that people, especially young people, have a right to be pissed off because they're getting Social Security and paying all this stuff. Well, not only that, look, we've sold the young generation short. We've put them through these government schools. We've loaded them up with debt. One of the problems people want is the forgiveness of student loans. Why are there all these student loans? It's because the government guarantees it. If the government minded its own business, then nobody could get us. It wasn't ever been a monopoly without government loans. No. But my point is, if it wasn't for the government, college would be cheap. The tuition would be low. It's only because the government subsidizes it and guarantees the loans. But who gets the shaft here? It's the kids. The colleges get all the money, and they stick the kids in the bill. They graduate with these worthless degrees with $100,000 or more in debt, and they can't get a job. And if they get a job, they're paying massive taxes. They're paying Social Security taxes for a generation that voted in this time before any of these people were born. They're paying income taxes. If there's anything left, they got to pay back their student loans, and they can't even discharge them in bankruptcy. And if they die, their parents are stuck with them.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go, crypto. Crypto. Oh, gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, boy. Let's go, boy. Live crypto videos. I love crypto. Yeah, I love when it drops so I can buy it up cheap. But maybe dropping more in the next few months. So, try to get set up here. There we go, guys. There we go. See if we can get some better lighting in here. Whatever, that's good enough. A little bit too bright for the TikTok is way too bright. That's better. That's a little bit better. Yeah. The great crypto crash of 2025. And everybody thought it was going to be amazing. Donald Trump pumped up crypto so much. He pumped it up for his buddies back a couple of months ago. He didn't pump it up for 2025. But let's talk about cryptos. What are your favorite cryptos? Hang on, I don't know what I'm doing there. I just did something weird. Guys, okay, we have 9 viewers on TikTok and 9 viewers on YouTube. Same amount of viewers. Yo, did you just start your stream? Yes. Joseph Matheny. My live stream will not be that long though, because the battery is almost dead. And if I don't hold it like this, it'll shut off because this is broken. I'm going to be getting a new one. Is it over? It's never over. It's not over. No. I mean, we're going to see possible much lower prices in the near future, but long term, I think we still have plenty more pumps in the books, in the works. You know, I told you guys that I did sell my crypto. I told you I did it a couple months ago, or a month and a half ago, or whatever. I made good money and I got out. But yeah, we'll just talk about whatever crypto you guys are interested in today. Shiba, that's one of my favorites. UNCU FW One Piece. Oh, One Piece. I've seen the first couple episodes. I would watch it if I had the DVD collection, which I don't have. So, time to hold my hand. Time to hold my hand today. Popcorn. Popcorn. You called it about XRP. Respect. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's amazing. Respect. First person that actually said, like, good job, you called it, was right there, right now, at this point in time. That's the first person that ever gave me any respect. Out of everybody that I know, every TikToker, every comment, the first person that gave me respect is right there. Now, that was something. Because I called that XRP would drop significantly, and it dropped to $1.80. But it already rebounded to $2.38 right now. So it really dropped, and it is rebounding, and people are going to buy this rebound. People always buy the dips. They want you conditioned to buy the dips. How did they do that? They did that by billions of dollars of marketing, millions of dollars of marketing, at least tens of millions, paid out to YouTubers, bots, public officials, Trump's son. Money is paid out to these people to pump it up, and then the insiders dump it and they convince you that it's only going higher. And then you guys are mad when it doesn't go higher. You don't believe these politicians. The opposite is almost always true, okay, of what they say. Should I invest everything into NVIDIA? I would not, no. Unless the price falls to like $60. Then maybe I would buy NVIDIA, yeah. I think right now the best things is cash and gold and silver. Because look at what happens tomorrow could be quite amazing. The markets could really, really crash tomorrow because of the Trump tariffs. Look at how it's affecting the crypto markets. It's causing Bitcoin to go down to 94,000 right now. The Trump tariffs are going to they could destroy the stock market tomorrow. We could be ready for a huge crash. Or I told you like a couple days ago, because of these tariffs, the Dow could drop as much as 1,000 or 1,500 points. I said the Dow is probably going to drop 1,000. The NASDAQ is probably going to drop 1,500 tomorrow. But I don't know. That's just what I think. I think we'll have a huge drop. Cash is crucial in this moment. I got into cash. I sold my crypto a while ago, and I am excited to see lower prices in crypto because I'm not done with crypto forever. Just because I was dollar cost averaging a year ago and I just finally sold a couple months ago, I'm not done forever. It just means I'm out for now. I'm not done with crypto. I'm just out. I'm out. I'll get back in. I would like to see, what I wanted to see was lower prices. Yes, we are seeing lower prices, but the prices of cryptos could still drop much, much lower. What you saw today could be nothing. Tomorrow could be much worse. If the insiders have decided that, yes, it's over, they'll just sell everything they can on the way down. But what they've been doing is they pop these things up. They use artificial methods to keep, for example, XRP. They use artificial methods to keep the price elevated. Meanwhile, they convince the public to buy it at ultra high prices, okay? So that Ripple can make more money. Ripple is dumping XRP. Ripple ain't fully diluted, okay? The company still owns a ton of it that they're not putting on the market yet. So, but they are selling it, So Ripple XRP is nowhere fully diluted. That tells you that the price could fall significantly, but there is no guarantees. They could do anything they want. But now it seems like, to me, fear has gripped the markets. So I think that we could see much more selling pressure. Fear has gripped the markets. I think a lot of people are going to go into panic mode a little bit because they're seeing their accounts, You know, if you had like 20 grand in your account a couple days ago, you might only have 15, 10, 12, 13, 14,000. Who knows? Depends on what you owned. But fear is more powerful than greed. Okay. Remember that. Fear is more powerful than greed. So when you see massive fear, you could see the prices drop very, very rapidly. And I think we could see XRP drop much quicker than it went up. You know, same with Bitcoin. It could drop much quicker than it went up. Okay. So I have 600,000 Shiba Inu. How much would I have in the next 2 years? There's no way I can know that. I could guess. Yes. If you, even in 2 years, the markets the markets are going to go crazy and go high, but we have to wait for the interest rates to come down. I've been saying this for a long, long time. The interest rates are too high. That's putting a cap on a crypto, a cap on Bitcoin. It can only run so high. This has been the biggest crypto run we've ever seen. They used so many YouTubers to pump it up. They pumped it up with the president. They had Trump meet with the CEO of Ripple. You know what they probably talked about in that meeting? Trump probably said, you know, in a couple of months, we're gonna implement tariffs, so XRP is gonna tank. So he probably told Brad, you know, that he's only got a limited time to dump it on the public. You know, that's probably what they actually talked about in that meeting. It was not a meeting to make XRP involved in the banks. No, it was a meeting where Trump probably said, you know, we're going to implement tariffs, so you should dump as much of it on the public as you can now while you can. You know, well, you still can. And they convinced everyone that the cycle's not over. They said that 2025 is going to be the biggest thing. I think this was the ultimate lie, because you see that all the YouTubers agreed on this lie. They all said that 2025 was going to be like the height of the meme coin season and stuff like that. But I'm telling you guys, the opposite of what these politicians are telling you is the truth. The opposite is usually the truth, because they want to extract money from retail. Okay. So they'll tell you one thing. Meanwhile, something else is actually going on behind the scenes. So it's a massive scam. You know, stuff like this should not be legal, but they can get away with it. We already know they can get away with anything they want. Nancy Pelosi, insider trading, NVIDIA options. You know, the insiders can literally tell all the public that crypto is going to go crazy, and then it actually crashes. So it always comes around like that. The opposite is true. Remember, with InnoData, we saw them say that the company was like all a scam and everything. And I said, no, this is fake. The company's going to go higher. That's because they tried to scare everybody out before they made it go higher. Okay. All it is manipulation. How to make money in the markets is how to recognize manipulation and how to move with the manipulation. Okay. If these guys are manipulating XRP higher, then you want to buy it. If you know what I mean. Okay. Thanks for the rose, Lisa. My light just cut out. So, and I am sorry for the TikTok viewers that I'm using my old phone, and I'm going to start just using my new phone, because YouTube's not really doing good at all compared to TikTok. So I'll probably start using my new phone for the TikTok. So we'll get a better picture quality, guys. That's originally what I was going to do anyways. XRP just went to 232. Yeah, it went down to $1.80. And then it really popped up. There's always buy the dip opportunities, but you notice XRP didn't stay down very long. It didn't present itself for a very long time to investors. They do that on purpose, because they want you to get back in when it goes up high. They shot it way down, and then they instantly shot it way back up to try to sell more at that high price, because they say, oh, it's all rebounding. And then they can sucker in people to buy the rally, and then it dips again. And then they're going to pop it up again and try to get people to buy the rally, and then it'll drop again. And eventually people are going to say, I'm tired of this. I'm not going to buy it now. And then that's when you'll see the full capitulation of the cryptos. Just boom. Guys, how do I know this? Because I've studied crypto cycles. I was in previous cycles. I even called the Bitcoin top long ago. One of the first times that it actually went crazy and it went like over 10,000, I actually called that as the top. And then I called the other top at 72,000 in 2021. And then I actually called this top right around 108. So you can actually call tops if you study the sentiment and everything that I look at. And I gave you guys a little bit of insight into the things that I look at on my last TikTok video. That's actually a really important video I did. I just did it when I got home today, a couple hours ago. So it's my last video on TikTok. That's a really important one. Go watch that before it gets banned. And I'm not kidding about this stuff. When you go against the grain, against what the insiders want you to do, they can ban you. This is how I got banned from StockTwits, because I was telling the truth about certain penny stocks, and they didn't like that, so they banned me. Okay, and this may be how I got banned from YouTube originally, because I told that Genius Group was a scam, and then I got banned right after that when I had 2,200 subscribers. So when you tell the truth, in reality, you will get banned. They will shut you down. And if you lie, they will promote your video. That's one thing that I really learned this cycle, because I wasn't focused on it in previous cycles. If you put certain titles and you say like crypto is going to skyrocket, the bots will pump up your channel big time. That's part of the fraud that goes into it. Okay. I shouldn't even be saying this stuff. I shouldn't even be telling you this, guys, because, the powers that be could shut off my channel, You got it right. Go to bed. I would like to go to bed, but I do this as my job. I have another full-time job too. Popcorn, John, you need to listen what I have to say tonight. Popcorn wants to say something. I don't want to listen. Dude, I am so tired, dude. I worked. You guys do not understand the day that I had. Okay? I'm not going to get into it. I will keep. Popcorn wants to keep the audience. The viewers are dropping. Yeah, I know, Popcorn. You might be able to help, but I'm going to go to bed soon. Once it goes to $1.50, I'm hyped. I wouldn't be hyped about XRP unless it went down to 50 or 60 or 70 cents. That's when you have the full capitulation, when it drops to, 60, 70 cents. And I told you guys also in that last video on my TikTok, I just did it tonight. It's my last one. The ultimate sign of a market top is irrational exuberance, especially when you try to tell these people the crypto might drop, and then they'll get mad at you. The madder they get, that tells you the higher the market's getting. That means we're almost at the top. And right now, I had friends say, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you think crypto is going to go down. This is irrational exuberance. That means we're at the top of the market. Okay. That's the key telltale sign of a top. When people get mad when you tell them their investment could possibly drop, even if you tell them as a friend, if they get mad, that means we're at the top. Okay. And I have seen this more so this last week than any other time. Okay. And as a YouTuber, I get these insights and I read my comments. I can see what the markets are doing. I can see how people feel. I put it all together. Saved it because I was going to buy yesterday. Good thing you didn't buy yesterday. Guys, it could do anything. XRP could pop back up. I'm actually thinking it is. I don't think it'll happen, but it is a possibility that XRP pops back up to 310 or 312. I do not think this will happen, though. According to the charts, it could happen, but I do not believe it will because of the Trump tariffs, what the markets are anticipating tomorrow. If the stock market drops tomorrow, specifically the NASDAQ, the tech index, crypto will fall too. And it might fall a lot. Okay? So be careful about buying these dips. These YouTubers have convinced you to buy the dips. You can't deny it. Have you watched the big YouTubers? They all say buy the dips. They have convinced an army to buy every dip. At some point, people are going to say, okay, these YouTubers are wrong at some point. That's when you have the capitulation and it goes way down. XRP goes to 50 again, And look at XRP. It's so obvious when you zoom out on the charts. It's going to go back down to 50 cents. And it's all a fraud. It's all hype. Okay? They want you to think all these things are happening, but if you actually read the articles, they use deceptive language. Okay? They don't put anything in definitive that you can come back and get them on it. It's all deceptive stuff. I would be asleep. But yeah, we can think about other things other than crypto, guys. It's the time to buy crypto is not yet come. It's going to be coming. The time to buy it was actually months ago. The next time to buy it would be, you could buy it now and try to play around, but it'd be risky. The next time to buy crypto might not be for another year and a half. That's a lot of people are going to say, no, that can't be true because all these YouTubers told me. Yeah, the next time to get into crypto might not be for a long time. The next halving is going to be in 4 years, or 3.5 years, whatever. The next halving is going to be in like 3.5 years, 3 years, whatever. Cooking it up at the lab, I see. Thank you. But I want to see how far it goes. XRP to 10K, haha. Some people are like, oh yeah, and another sign of an ultimate top, when the markets are at the very top, is when people start putting out prices that are absolutely insane. That's how you know the top is basically in, okay? Just so you guys know, when you start seeing people go, XRP is going to 10K, $10,000, why do so many people do this? Because if you put a title, XRP is going to $10,000, the bots will pump the heck out of your video. Look at my TikTok. I got over 8,000 followers now. I just had 3,000 followers about a week ago. The bots are pumping my videos because I put like, Shiba Inu is going to go way up. I put that in the title. But I usually put a question mark though, so you guys really know, okay? And I don't like doing that. I don't like putting titles like XRP could 10x. They could, but it won't, okay? XRP had a good run. It had a real good run. And some people are not happy. When you see people that have had massive profits and they're still not happy, they're still holding for more, that's another sign that you know the top is in, okay? When they're irrationally hoping. Hope is not a winning strategy. My mentor taught me that. Hope is not a winning strategy, okay? And actually my mentor abandoned me because we disagreed about some things. So I'm on my own now, guys, but I don't need a mentor anymore, okay? Wow. What's going on? I don't know what just happened, but it wants me to invite a whole bunch of people or something. What about day trading? Yes, you could be day trading and making money every day on XRP or on Shiba Inu. Yes, if you're in front of your computer all the time, you try to buy every dip, and then if it doesn't rise as high as you thought, you sell it, you get out, Day trading can be really tough though. You have to have a plan and stick to it. You got to say like, if I buy this thing and if it drops 3%, I'm out. Most people cannot do that. People have told me that they're down 60%. 60%. I said, why didn't you put a stop loss at 5%? So when you were down when you lost 5%, you would sell. They don't use stop losses. And then I said, I've been teaching you guys to use stop losses for 2 years, and you're going to tell me you ain't using one? What am I doing this stuff for? I don't even make any money at this. What am I doing it for? Nobody's ever going to implement these strategies like stop losses. It's so simple. So you think we will start to see an alt season for small caps? No. That was one of the big lies, is that alt season is coming. They kept saying, oh, it's coming. And then we saw a massive drop. So these YouTubers all agree on pumping certain narratives. One of the big narratives was Trump is good for crypto. In reality, Trump is bad for crypto. Trump never liked crypto. He only adopted it to pump it up for his buddies. And you bet he was making a lot of money. Do you guys understand? Do you understand now? He was pumping it up for his buddies, not for you. He was pumping it up so you would buy it from his buddies, which are the insiders, the crypto mafia, as Jerry Banfield calls it, the crypto mafia. There's no doubt that they're giving massive payouts for people that represent their stock or their cryptos. Okay. What are some good ones to day trade? A good crypto to day trade is a volatile crypto. I think ICP is a good one to day trade at times. Every crypto is a good one to day trade at times. You could day trade anyone. Sometimes Shiba Inu is a really slow mover though. And, but you could pick anyone. I wouldn't particularly I wouldn't day trade any crypto right now. I'm just keeping my cash, and I just will buy it when it goes lower. And I'll just add to that cash stockpile that I have. Meanwhile, I'm also adding to my silver stockpile. Okay. This is going to be where it's at with the tariffs. I think that it could cause gold and silver to go up a lot. It could cause oil to go up. I think the tariffs are going to make almost everything go up. Okay. And it could bring down this market. It could bring down the stock market and the crypto markets. It's already bringing down the crypto markets. So yes, when Brad, the CEO of Ripple, met with Trump, what they said was, Trump probably said, Brad, we're going to use tariffs, so you better dump all the XRP you can in the next month and a half. you better dump it on retail. Okay? That's probably what they talked about. And they want you guys to think it was a deal where the banks are going to adopt XRP or some nonsense. This is an idea that's getting way too out of hand, way too out of control. And too many people are buying into this stuff. And I have to say something about it. Okay? John, that viewer count is dropping. I need to save this stream. Popcorn just wants to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. Saw your forecast in December. On point. Yes, December. Yeah, it's February. So yeah, probably back in December, I was saying that we were going to drop. So thank you. On point. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that. That makes me feel good that people do notice that I do put out calls. And now it is largely confirmed that my call was right about the opposite will happen. Trump says crypto is going to go up. It's actually going to go down. Guess what else Trump said? He said oil's going to go down. Oil's going to go up. These oil stocks are going to be a good place to be. That's why I've been saying this for months. We don't always know why. I didn't know that Trump was going to have tariffs, but I knew based on the charts that oil should be going up sometime soon. And because of the inflation as well, the oil should be going much higher soon. So we shouldn't buy XRP. Well, I have a Patreon video telling you what I do with my personal money regarding XRP. But I'll just tell you, I can't give you advice though, but I personally am not buying XRP. Okay? I would buy it at much lower prices if I saw that a pump was coming, meaning if they're really going to lower the interest rates dramatically. And if we go into a recession, that might be the perfect opportunity to buy XRP or anything, that's equity or crypto. Okay. So if we get a recession, you're going to want cash. That's one of the biggest things that I've been teaching my viewers, that a recession is coming and cash is going to be king. Yes, these crypto guys have convinced you that cash is not the place to be. That's a lie. These guys don't know the whole story. There are times when the dollar is very strong, such as a recession. People flock to the dollar because it's the cleanest shirt in a dirty hamper. Basically, it just means that the dollar is the best place to be. It's the best. It's the best of all the currencies. Okay, and cash gives you so much liquidity. It gives you the option to be able to buy anything you want. That's why cash is king during a recession. And I've been telling you guys that I personally have been getting into cash. And I've had people give me hate on that. They say, because there's YouTubers say that cash loses value. Yeah, all that's true. It doesn't matter. There's still times when it's okay to be into cash. Okay? So forget what all these YouTubers are telling you about the dollar's going to tank. Yeah, it is. But there's times to be in cash. Okay? You're starting to get it a little bit. What are some good oil stocks? Okay, yeah, I like Petro Brazil, PBR. I like Ecopetrol, EC. You could buy the big ones like Shell or ExxonMobil, but I don't. I also like PAA, Plains All American Pipeline. That's an oil transport company. They ship oil through tubes all over, and they pay a massive dividend. So my two favorite oil stocks is PBR and PAA. And I also like EC, Ecopetrol. All three of those have a massive dividend. Ecopetrol is really struggling a little bit, though. It's really down a little bit. But I think it's going to go up. So, yeah, there will be places to be in a recession, but generally during a recession, everything will go down a little bit. But gold holds out strong, okay? And I think silver is going to be good. Oil is going to be good. A lot of the stuff that has speculative money is not going to be good. What has the most speculative money? Crypto and the tech stocks, okay? Crypto and the tech stocks have the most speculative money. That means this money is likely to pull out, okay? It's likely to pull out. Made 10% on platinum in the last 3 weeks. What? Did you buy what did you invest it in? Leverage platinum or futures? But platinum did go up about 10% actually in the last 3 weeks. Platinum, it went from like 930 to like 1,030. But I think today it's down to like 1,020 or something, or 1,010. I don't know. But yeah, notice how crypto just crashed today. but gold's only down like $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much is Bitcoin down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's how much Bitcoin's down. Look how much Ethereum's down. 20%. Yeah, it might be back up a little bit tomorrow or not. But the fact is, so much speculative money is in cryptos. That means it's not a safe place to be going into a recession. Do you get it now? That's why we're going down. People are taking out that speculative money. They're speculating on crypto going higher, which now people are starting to see that that was a foolish bet. Well, it was actually a good bet, but it has become, a bad trade now because Bitcoin peaked. If you bought it when it was low, remember, Bitcoin literally went from 20,000 to 107. So now that we are at 94,000, that's still really high. Bitcoin is still incredibly pricey, incredibly expensive. And that's the same thing I said on my last TikTok video, that Bitcoin is still incredibly expensive. There's still so much speculative money in this, and it could go down. Bitcoin could really drop. What's your Shiba doing? I sold most of my Shiba. I had like 5,000 in Shiba, and then I sold, and I only had $600 in Shiba. And now it's only worth like $480. So I significantly reduced all of my crypto positions. I sold the vast majority of all my cryptos just because I knew this was going to come. And I told you guys, you cannot deny it. I told you guys, I was getting so much hate. You see any of these other big YouTubers saying that crypto is going to go down? No, because they get paid. They can't tell you it's going to go down. They get paid off for telling you it's going to go higher. And you guys are just being manipulated by these guys. I shouldn't even tell you this stuff. I should not tell you this stuff because, they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. But I'm such a small channel that maybe they won't know, Bitcoin obsolete. Oh, yes, Bitcoin's always obsolete. It's crap. It's one of the slowest. It's expensive. It's complicated to build on. There's a lot of it was the first one, so the technology is not good. There's a lot of cryptos that have way better technology, like Solana, Hedera, Sui, other cryptos have better technology. Not that those cryptos are great. No, they're going to drop. Do you think Bitcoin high will be 108 for this cycle? Whew. Well, it hit about 107. Yeah, we did pretty good. So yeah. But I could be wrong. I think we've seen the top, yes. The top for a brief time, at least for a year or two. So I think we're going to fall back way down, and then it's going to set itself up for a big rally when the interest rates come down to zero. Okay. So we do not have a risk on environment. Even though we don't have a risk on environment, Bitcoin still rocketed because of the immense effort that was put into pumping it. Okay. They had to put immense effort into pumping XRP and Bitcoin and all these cryptos. Okay. They paid off so many YouTubers to pump it up. ICP, he says on the YouTube, remember, I said ICP is going to go between $4 and $7. Between 4 and 7. It's already in the 7s. So I called that. And it could still go down to 4. Okay. So my original call between 4 and 7, I think that's not a bad call at all. And honestly, it could go lower than 4. So with ICP, what I speculated was that they were increasing the burn rate through artificial means to make it look like, things are heating up so that they can dump more on retail. Another thing, is this caffeine AI thing true? Well, I think it likely is, but I'm not sure what kind of impact it's going to have. Okay, there's no guarantees on the caffeine AI on the ICP network. Yeah, it could be great, maybe not. There's no guarantees. But what app should I use for the oil stocks? Oh, apps. Everyone's always about apps. Don't use any apps. You can use Charles Schwab, E-Trade, or Fidelity. Yes, those are apps available on your phone, but these are major trading companies, major trading platforms. These are the ones where the pros go, okay? Well, pros use Lightspeed Trading too, but I would generally use one of the bigger ones that's like not going to go bust or something. So I would use E-Trade, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab to buy oil stocks. But remember, that's not financial advice. Oil could tank. I believe oil has a possibility of going as low as 50, but going as high as the sky's the limit. 150, 200 in the next 4 years. Well, the next 6 years maybe. Oil has a low downside and a high upside. Okay, so that's why I like oil. And oil's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Even to generate electricity, they use fossil fuels. Okay. E-Trade, yes, E-Trade, Lisa. And I did mention Petro Brazil, PBR, Plains All American Pipeline, PAA, and Eco Petrol, EC. I specifically choose those because they're often neglected by the mainstream media. Okay? Why are they neglecting the best stocks that have the highest dividends? Because they want to sell you on the big corporations. Okay? The media, they get payouts from the big companies. Guys, when they run tickers across the screen on the business channel, how do you think those companies get there? They pay money to these news institutions, the news channels. They pay money to get on there. So those are the ones that get pumped up. I mean, and they don't let certain stocks get on there. They just want to promote the big ones, that are. John is scared that I'll know more about stocks than him. No, I'm not. It's okay. If you know more about stocks than me, I think you do know a lot. But it doesn't make me scared or anything. I try to find people that know more than me. It's the older I get, the harder it gets. The only people that I meet that know more than me are people that are on the internet. Okay? I don't meet people in real life that know more about stocks than me. It's been a long time. Okay? And I'm not even a freaking, expert or anything. But I have been trained by some people that were on Wall Street and they know a lot of shit. And now I know that shit. From Turkestan, I have a question. Would you equal crypto workers with 3D workers? What? Would you equal crypto workers with 3D workers? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah. Which one would be better? Crypto workers or 3D workers? I don't know. Could you repeat the oil stock? Sorry, I'm slow. Well, I did say Petro Brazil, PAA. That's Plains All American Pipeline. PBR, PAA, EC. Another one I like is WTI. It's only like $1.50, and I think it's likely to hit $8 in the next couple of years. WTI. And I also like HUSA. This one's the penny one, okay? It's a penny one, so it's more risky. HUSA. And I will tell you this one. I'll give you this one. Good thing or not, I'm going to give it to you. Indo, INDO, Indonesian oil. I actually have about $4,000 into that one. And I'm down on it a little bit, but it typically will stay very low, about $2.75. And then if oil does get a big boost, like out of nowhere, like it could very well happen, then this thing rockets. It goes nuts. It's gone up to $45 from $3 all the way up to 45. So Indo, INDO, it's kind of a bit of a long shot. I think certainly it's going to skyrocket, but I don't know when. And no, some people know, but I don't know when exactly. What's a 3D worker? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Lisa, I don't know a 3D worker. This guy's from Turkestan. I don't know. Is that your job? Now I'll tell you my job. I lost a bit back in 2020 on this play. Oh, really? You invested in WTI before? You lost a bit back in 2020. My last play with WTI, well, I own some now. I own like 900 shares. But my last major play with WTI was when I was working on the golf course. This was about 2 years. It was actually like 3 years ago by now. Probably in 2022 or somewhere in mid 2022 when WTI was up there at like $7 or $8 or $9. I bought option calls on WTI for 10 cents. And I sold them for $1. So 10 cents meaning I paid $10. And I sold them for $1, meaning I sold them for $100. So I made pretty much made 10x on my WTI options. Okay, so that was my last play, and I made $1,000. Because I didn't buy nearly enough of the options. That is my biggest problem. I teach you guys that you got to realize what is your problem? What is preventing you from trading better? My biggest problem is that sometimes I'm afraid to put in more money. So I'll have a great idea. Remember when I bought options in the Tesla stock, TSLL, that's a leveraged play on Tesla. I bought options in this thing for like a couple $100. I sold them for 5,000. I didn't go in. I didn't buy enough. That's my problem, is not going in enough when I trust my gut. Okay? So what are your problems? You guys got to think about what are your problems today, you know? I mean, for real though. So I'm trying to overcome my problems. So when I feel something in my gut, I just know it's a great play based on all the knowledge that I've collected. I'm going to go big next time, you know? I'm going to go bigger. I'm going to start going bigger. So yeah, Lisa, thanks for the kind words. That's Lisa's problem as well. I think that that's a pretty common problem, is that even when you trust yourself, you're kind of scared to put in too much money because you still doubt yourself somewhat. Maybe it's still a little bit of doubt there, you know? And people are so crazy about money, they don't want to lose it. The loss of money is very scary to a lot of people. And you have to try to eliminate that fear. Okay? But also go by certain rules. You should never put in too much, you know, into any one thing. So you have to have certain rules too. John, the people need my input on oil. I will create millionaires. Popcorn, I just not in the mood to talk. I appreciate you though. I really do. But like, I'm about to go to bed, but I'm just having fun ranting for now. But I really need to go to bed. At work, it was me and one other person, and we had more customers than you could ever imagine, and we were working nonstop. Okay, and you know, my legs feel like they're shot. I mean, my whole body. I mean, well, honestly, I could run a marathon. I'm still pretty darn strong. I'm only 38, you know, but I feel like I'm almost shot. But I know I'm not. But I feel like my legs are a little bit tired, you know. Are you interested in ASML? I definitely heard of that. No, I'm not. But I haven't done research on it in a while. So you're right in the mood to talk, but you have to screen for 8 guests on. Yes, that popped up. I don't know why. And I can't take that off, popcorn. Okay? It popped up. I don't know why. It makes me mad. But I'm trying to just ignore it, that I got a thing popped up for 8 guests. I'm not a tech wizard, okay? Lucas wants me to put him on too. Freaking popcorn boy, come on. Turn up the volume a little.
Let's go.
Hey, Poppy Corn.
Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you.
All right.
You're an old-time friend.
Like I said earlier, I just last semester finished up my oil and gas accounting class, and I did learn like how to analyze, you know, oil markets and things like that. I don't think you're far off at all on how oil's going to move. My honest belief, and you know, same as you, I guess this is not financial advice for anyone. This is what I notice in what I've learned in my time. Is that basically short term, you need to look international oil. Long term is U.S. oil. I say that because these tariffs are going to start without much pumping starting yet in the U.S., right? Trump has stated that he wants to start that up, and I think it'll happen eventually. I live in Texas, where that is, you know, one of the biggest goals imaginable in all of oil right now, and all of energy really, is that, you know, the U.S. wants to start pumping oil again. It's just not going to happen for a bit longer until that's jump-started. So that's why right now, with the tariffs especially, yeah, look to international oil. That's where there's, you know, the prices are going to suddenly go up because of tariffs. So you're going to find a lot more profits going to those international oil companies on that short term. And then, and when I say long term, I mean like 1 or 2 years still, until maybe something happens and you see a huge jump start, or, you know, a huge kickoff in U.S. drilling. And yeah, that's when you really want to go in on the U.S. companies, because suddenly, you know, you have all these companies in the U.S. that are going to be importing oil. That's something going to cost more from those tariffs. They're going to jump over to these U.S. companies once there's so much more oil. It's
so
cheaper.
Our oil,
yes,
our oil is going to become more valuable then too, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
So Trump's going to make more money for the country based on oil being higher. That's probably part of his plan.
I don't know if I'd put it in such a way. I'd say, like, I don't know if our oil is going to become more valuable, but it's going to suddenly become a lot. You're going to see it getting bought a lot more suddenly.
Okay.
Not because I wouldn't say because it's more valuable, but because it's cheaper to the companies in the U.S. that want to buy it.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
See, John, I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Well, of course. But I'm just glad you're a little bit bullish on oil still.
Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm a Southern guy now. I love my oil.
Good.
There's still those people out there who will refuse an electric car any day of the week. So oil's going to have its place until we run out of every last drop.
It's such a
very
cheap source of fuel,
And before anything like that ever happens, we're going to learn plenty about it.
Right. So the future should still be good for oil for the foreseeable future. 10, 20 years or.
I'd say I think we're going to be good on our way to retirement before that ever happens.
Okay. It's always good to get your insights, for sure, for someone that's actually going to and learning about this stuff at school, at college.
Oh, yeah. That's, about to graduate too. I've gone through a lot of the classes. I'd say I've met the professionals in the accounting field, and obviously in accounting, you got plenty of people working in plenty of areas of finance. I've learned some cool stuff through all this. I'll say that.
What do you think is going to happen tomorrow in the financial markets with the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq? Do you think we're going to be in for a big drop tomorrow?
Oh, honestly, I have no idea.
Okay,
it's unpredictable.
Yeah, it is. Because, I like to predict, but
there's a few ways to look at it. Yeah, I guess immediately. Well, honestly, it's going. I'd say to keep more money in the U.S. on like a 1 or 2 day term, though. That's honestly just through tariffs. The fact that it's staying in the U.S. prices are going to adjust quickly, though. These companies, they know what's happening. They're going to make that adjustment very quick and get their money back. But honestly, I think like the first 2 days, the money stays in America.
Okay. I haven't personally had a lot of experience with tariffs. I know Trump had tariffs in the first term, right? He did have some tariffs, I think.
Yeah.
But these might be more severe, for real.
We're looking at a lot bigger numbers, definitely.
So this
tariffs.
I think it'll cause some kind of shocks in the financial markets. Something's going to happen tomorrow, but we'll see.
Definitely. It'll be something to look at, and then no matter what happens, it's going to end up in textbooks in finance classes.
Yeah. We're going to live through history. We're going to make history. What do you think about cryptos? Like, you see this crash?
Mm-hmm. And shoot, it came after, some amazing peaks and rises.
Yeah.
And I guess that's always when they have to happen. It has to go up that high for it to go down that low.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I've never been huge into crypto. I was, into it when I first started trading, because when I first got in, obviously crypto was the, look at this, type thing, the big shiny thing. But since then, just the way it is not based on anything, the stock market is regulated, all that kind of stuff. Crypto, we see these meme coins that come out every couple months, and it's a coin flip of if it's a rug pull or not.
Yeah.
So me personally, again, not just any advice here, but me personally, I stay out of it just to avoid any situation like that. Yeah, sure, there's those awesome coins that suddenly boost to 1,000 times their initial value overnight, but
you got to have.
I feel like those are so few and far between, in my opinion. You can be smart and do your research, but in the end, it still takes so much insane luck to find something that does that.
Right. They got to have some cryptos go absolutely insane, though, and they got to make them go public, and so everybody hears about it, so they can keep interest in the crypto sector, and say there's still hope. There's other cryptos that are still going to rocket.
Yeah, really, when you look at it that way too, every time one of those cryptos blows up like that, it brings on 100 more rug pulls.
Yeah, all these rug pulls, I think, are a sign that the market is getting to the top. People are just taking advantage of retail investors now. They're just saying, "Oh, buy this crypto. We'll pump it up. We'll tell a bunch of YouTubers to pump it up," and they're just taking advantage of the crypto market. I think it's a sign of the top. So I'm getting a little bit nervous for a lot of people that hold huge quantities of crypto. For people that want, if somebody wants to put 5% of their net worth or 10% of their net worth and buy some crypto, I don't have any problem with that, But a lot of people these days are all in on crypto, and they don't buy stocks. They don't buy gold and silver like me. I love silver. I always love to show my silver.
Oh,
I'm a little bit obsessed with it,
Fair enough. And yeah, I'm probably gonna start looking into more physical stuff too. I'll be transparent with this part too. I'm not active, definitely not like you in the markets daily right now. Just being in college, I have other things to spend my money on at the moment. Even with that, I still pay attention to everything because I want to be able to hit the ground running as soon as I'm out of college and I have income.
Oh yeah, as your life progresses, you're gonna get to become a major investor, I think.
Oh yeah,
you're a lot younger than me, so
yeah. So it'll be fun too once that happens. Honestly, that caught my attention. Lucas asked about the financial system after. Well, I'm going to say a recession because
if it comes,
yeah, technically, who knows if or when.
Yes, I'll agree with that. We don't know for sure. It's
going to be. I think this recession has the chance to be one of the most well-managed recessions in any sort of modern history. We learned from 2008 with the housing crash, especially things like that. We learned from a lot of these, and it's a big if. But if the people in charge did learn how to manage them, we could see the right people. Not the huge corporations, not the BlackRock and all them buying up these properties that are suddenly super cheap, but we could actually see families and young couples and people like me getting out of college buying properties and actually progressing the economy. And obviously you need big companies in the country to be able to progress the economy on a large scale, but at the same time it doesn't help the average American when it's BlackRock buying up entire neighborhoods. It would be amazing to see your everyday American being able to buy property way earlier in life, where right now I think the average age is around 35.
Yeah, that is a big if though, and I'm more of a conspiracy theorist. I kind of believe that these crashes are planned and that BlackRock will buy up more, and I think it's not going to be good whatsoever. You're kind of painting a better, prettier picture than I would, but.
And like I said, it's a huge if, and I said if they learned, and I guess I should also add, if they care to make it work right, if they're not getting these big kickbacks.
The politicians care only to serve their masters, who are the banks. There's people that are buying up all the assets. It's all corrupt. You would assume that they should have learned from their previous mistakes. I'm a little bit more negative. I don't think they will. I think it's going to be a planned recession, and the elites are going to buy up stocks cheap and buy up houses cheap again. That's what I think, but
would be true.
But
and, I think it depends. Timing, honestly, is important in this too, because honestly, the longer it takes, I think there's a better shot that the longer it takes for this to happen. The better chance there is that it could go well for the average American, because, I'll be honest, the new generation of politician is younger people who grew up in a rougher economy where, it wasn't just kind of a nice situation they were born into, where, we weren't born into the strongest American economy where, you got your house as soon as you're out of college. Even with government people who want to get paid and, they get paid and they serve whatever company gives them a nice check. I think there are enough young people who are about to get into government and about to start serving where there's a chance there's the right amount of people who can actually make it go right. And again, huge if, but the longer it takes for something to go down, I think it's the better chance that it goes right.
Okay, well, I hope you're right. It's quite possible.
And that's me always being optimistic. I like to be optimistic. It's easier.
Yeah, I'm not optimistic. I think I got like that just because of the years I've been alive and all the things I've seen. I am no longer optimistic. In my own life, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to try to do the best I can. but I have lost all sense of optimism for improvements in the government and improvements in the quality of our life. But we did get Trump now, and he might take this seriously. So that's the only way I'm a little bit hopeful, is because Trump might take bringing back the country. He might be serious, you know? Like, what if these tariffs work and they raise more money and allow us to pay off debt? I mean, it could be good. But I'm not an expert on tariffs, you know. I don't know. I'm very curious about how this is going to go, though.
I mean, I feel like you could pull in just about any expert on tariffs, but I think we're looking at something that's never happened before.
Yeah, I think you're right. This hasn't really happened, you know, at least in many, many years.
Yeah, and in a world, on this world stage,
yes,
it's never happened in this situation.
Yeah, for sure. So we're in uncharted territories.
I mean, like the funniest thing I'm seeing is that at professional hockey games in Canada, they're booing the U.S. anthem because of, you know, the tariffs and all that. So it's
other countries are not going to like us now. That's that's crazy. But
I'll be honest, you know, my personal opinion is if we have Canada booing us, maybe something's going right.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to keep true to what I've been doing, you know, buying gold and silver as protection against the unknown. You see, lately gold has been kind of going crazy. It pulled all the way back up to 2,800. It's like really strong. And it's just kind of surprising that gold's so strong right now. But I like to see gold strong and Bitcoin weak. It makes me feel good because it proves some of these guys a little bit wrong that say that Bitcoin's the new gold. But there's always times when I'm going to be right and then I'm going to be wrong. It's going to go back and forth. The crypto honestly, guys are going to look good, and then I'm going to look good. It goes back and forth.
What could end up a good case scenario too is just if crypto becomes another type of, or I guess Bitcoin specifically becomes another type of gold and silver. Not, you know, a replacement, but having just another option there, something's going to be good more often than not.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Is there anything else you'd like to say or comment on?
Honestly, I got pretty much everything I knew about out there with my oil, especially.
Okay, yeah, that's where what we were talking about was oil. So I'm glad to have gotten your input, though. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I love my oil.
And I'm gonna get going tonight though, because it is 4:26 and I got to work.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah. And
all right. Well, you have a good one, John. I'm glad to be able to hold your hand tonight.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
All right, wonderful. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Popcorn, everybody, popcorn. Lucas, man, I should have let you on, but I'm gonna be getting to bed. So, yeah, it's 4:27. 4:27. Okay. Not. I wish it were 4:20, but I missed it. You know. You laser. But okay, I'm gonna get going. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody. Woo! We'll see what crypto does tomorrow. We'll see what it brings tomorrow. Okay, guys, I let the TikTokers go, and I'm just gonna finish up with you guys, because Pop Neo Grassi. That was Popcorn. He's one of our viewers that's been around for a while. In fact, one time I was walking through the graveyard and I was talking to Popcorn when I was walking through the graveyard. I was pretty scared, but he was like kind of keeping me safe, you know? That's why he said he was holding my hand, I think. Because he was yeah, 420. Have a good one. Yeah. So thank you all the YouTubers. We're doing the best we can. I'm growing the channel as fast as I can. Okay. I work 40, 50 hours a week and with the stocks. And then I do this stuff too. Focus on the markets. I watch my own people on YouTube. I'll tell you, I'm honest. I watch The Market Sniper. Okay. This guy's good. He's highly knowledgeable about all different markets. The Market Sniper. Okay. I watch Gregory Manarino. He knows about a lot of the freaking corruption in the government. Okay. So just those two guys I'll give you. I watch those two guys, the Market Sniper and Gregory Mannarino. I've actually been watching Gregory Mannarino for almost 20 years. And he's been very accurate on a lot of stuff too. So I look to him for some insights when I'm unsure about some stuff. But I got a new sub. Thank you, Nico Grassi. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't talking to you guys because I had the TikTok going at the same time. But yeah, I really appreciate that you subscribed, Neo Grassi. Okay. But remember, guys, everything that I say, I don't know 100%. I do believe I have called the drop in crypto, and I do believe it's going to drop a lot more. But they're going to try to elevate it so that people buy it more, and that's going to drop more. And eventually people are going to get tired of it, and then they're going to say, I'm out, and that's when you have the capitulation. I think this cycle is coming to an end, the crypto cycle after the halving. It's coming to an end, and we're going to be facing a recession. That's what I think is coming. So what I believe is coming is not good. So that's why I told you I was getting into cash and silver, and gold is amazing too. Actually, the Market Sniper, he just said in a video today, he said that gold is the place to be. Okay, yeah, gold could go to $10,000 in the next 10 years. That's for real. I believe it will, because the dollar is going to tank. The dollar is going to tank. The dollar goes in cycles too. The dollar had a down cycle from 2000 to 2011. Then it had an up cycle from 2011 to 2025. It's going to have another down cycle. Okay, so gold is good, silver is good. Cash is good, but you don't want to hold cash like for too long. Like you don't want to hold cash for like 6 years or 4 years or 3 years or 2 years. Generally, you don't want to do that. You want to get into cash now, and then when the recession hits, you spend it. You buy stocks, you buy gold, silver, whatever's down, crypto, whatever's down. And remember, crypto is the most speculative asset ever. When we see these markets gripped with fear, they're going to sell their crypto with a drop of a freaking hat. Okay? You just saw it today. 1 day drop, XRP, boom. And I told you that was coming on the Patreon. I did, believe it or not. I said, guys, I sold my XRP, I sold my Cardano, I sold my Stellar Lumens, Dogecoin. I even sold my ICP at $13.50. Now look at it. It's at $7. So I called it, not these other YouTubers. So I am giving myself a little pat on the back because there was not a lot of YouTubers calling that it was going to drop. There was not, to my knowledge. And I watch these guys. I watch these big channels. They get paid to pump it. If they dump it, they're going to get in trouble. Their boss is going to say, why did you say Bitcoin was going to go down? We're not paying you for next month. That's what they're going to say. You guys don't believe this stuff that goes on. It's real, I believe. I believe it's real. They pay these guys big money, and they expect them to pump up their cryptos like Sui, Tron, Pepe. Okay? These are the ones that are majorly pumped. Sui, Tron, Pepe. There's others too. There's so many cryptos that they're paying off people to pump it. It's all scams. The vast majority of crypto, it's all scams. Okay? And guess what? I knew it was all scams before I even bought crypto. I said, guys, XRP is a scam. I'm going to make a lot of money. So I bought it at 52 cents. And then guess what? I sold it at 275 and I made money. We can buy scams if we know the direction that they're going to take. Okay? So that's what I do for you guys. I try to focus on these markets and give you guys all the information that I have. Okay? And if you do want to support me, please do so on the Patreon. I'm going to be doing way more Patreon videos because we just had about 4 or 5 or 6 members. I don't even know. I came home, I looked at my phone, I looked at this one, and I was like, damn, it looks like we got some Patreon members. A few of them joined. One of them even said Canada Patreon member joined. $23 Canadian. It's $15 US. You can do it for a month. If you don't like what I have to say, then you can leave, for sure. Yeah. But if you do want to support me, no pressure, okay? No pressure whatsoever. And if you can think about it and you want to do it later in a month or 2 or 3 or 4 months, then do it later. I'm not trying to pressure anybody to sign up, okay? But I am trying to promote myself because I do want to do this full time. And no, I'm not really poor. And this is my garage, okay? And yes, I do live in a basement. And I pay good rent to live in this basement, And I save a lot of money and I make good money. I made $56,000 last year at my job. That's not bad. $56K at my job. I got the W-2. And I made money in trading stocks too. So I probably made like 90 grand this year. I might owe a little bit on taxes, but that's okay. They give you time to pay the taxes. You don't have to pay it all right away. So I might owe 3 or 4 grand in taxes. Guess what? I have it. I can pay it right away, you know? But guys, I can just go on and ramble all night. That's kind of why I wanted to be a YouTuber, but I got to end it, and I will see you guys later. Thank you. Let's go.